Hello everyone, my name is Yani and I'm here to share my insights, my truth and my story of the time that I got to spend at the Spirit Horse last year with you. So I will do my best to even put the experience into words to allow you to feel in your heart what it's like to be surrounded by so much beauty in nature, so much beauty in the people that you're with, simply because there just is no other place like it. And I feel so blessed that I got to share that with my children last year. I knew it was in Wales and I knew it was going to be beautiful, and I knew that there was going to be, you know, lots of really ancient wisdom awakening within us. When we arrived and when we first sort of entered the space and the sacred land and kind of, you know, settled down after we've put up our tent and got to meet some of the people, the magic basically unraveled itself day by day, moment by moment and breath by breath. You know, more and more people came together and more and more people shared their deepest joy and their deepest passion with everybody else through music, through poems, through songs, through drumming, through dancing, through cooking, through talking, through building houses, playing with children, through just, you know, meeting each other for a brief moment or for like a really long conversation. And just the magic of the place just added like a whole dimension to it that, you know, I've just not experienced anywhere else. The fact that there was like no electricity as such except for one generator that the guys needed, and some of the girls, sorry, to build one of the new houses. That was the only place where, you know, you were reminded of being like in the modern world, because they had some of the tools there to just make life a little bit easier for them. Other than that, you know, it was all by candles, it was by, you know, like using the cold river water to cool down the milk, you know, using a trail of candles to light up a path at night, using flames to kind of light up the whole like the big house, the big round house, having bonfires to just sit around and to be, you know, close to each other and to feel the warmth of each other's bodies and the flames like in your face to be like welcomed by that. And it just every day, every hour you spent, or we got to spend there, we kind of dropped deeper and deeper into this ancient like way of living and to this ancient way of connecting. And I can tell you, like, it changed my children and the way they, you know, they saw the world around them. Like, I have to admit, like, my son, he loves technology. He loves his phones and his games. And even though I, you know, make sure there's a balance between nature, like green time and screen time, when we arrived at the Spirit Horse, the first, I think, day and a half, he was absolutely lost. He just did not know how to interact, you know, in such a big space where there was technically nothing to do. That's what he said. I was like, Mom, I don't know, there's nothing to do. Now, once he got over that resistance of connecting with nature, I can like just, my heart just felt so warm and so like expanding every time I looked for him. Like, I literally had to find him because he would be off, you know, looking for crystals in the riverbed. He would be off going and like visiting the next farmer's house to pet the little dogs. He'd be off running after sheep. He would be, you know, exploring the mountains with other friends of his that he made, you know, while we were there. He'd be eating like the cooked meals made with so much love. He would be like dancing around with his sister or with like the other like people, little kids that he met there, he'd be telling me stories about how the sun, you know, came into the sky and how, you know, the world or the sun was created. He was so full of love and light, and just that seeing that my little boy like connect so closely to like the earth again, and to remember just the simplicity of just being present, it just touched my heart so deeply. And I could see like a version of that happening within me, just to sort of, you know, you open up more and more again to like, you know, to the eyes that you have to see the beauty around you, and the feet touching the ground, and the cold water, and the soft grass, and the cave, and just to kind of be in that beautiful space of Mother Nature. And to just, you know, like you go from, oh, there's not much to do, to, oh my God, there is so much to explore and discover, simply because you allowed yourself to drop in that much deeper and to connect that much closer with, you know, simply the nature that is around you. And, you know, it didn't stop there. Like the other side of the beautiful like seeds that the spirit horse, you know, plants in every person that comes through the main, let's say, gates, even though it's only like they're like nothing major, but I guess the moment you enter the magical land, just the way that people interact with each other, and the spaces that are created to open up your heart and to open up like a space where you can just let out your joy and your passion, is just unreal. Like it's so nurturing and so like radiating and expanding in your heart to see somebody else, you know, try something out, like try something new, or to just share something that they love doing so much, or someone to step into a place for the first time ever, you know, to pick up an instrument, or the first time ever just to dance so wildly around a fire, or to speak some, like a voice that comes out from, you know, some unexplainable, you know, place, and just to feel that life energy rushing through them, and to connect with the other people on such a pure way. Like I was just in awe and wonder, and just mesmerized by the people and the beauty that lies within every single person, you know, when they allow their bodies to dance and to move, when they allow their voices to sing, when they allow like their hands to create, and just to have that beautiful space where that is possible. Oh my God, like it is just I almost want to say unreal, even though it's not, because it exists, right? So for me, I guess, to having experienced that and having seen my children thrive in that environment within only like hours of arriving there, that was just such a blessing to my life and to their lives. And also being like a single mum, coming into a tribe again, where all of a sudden, you know, my children feel safe to be with other people that are in the same tribe, and to know, from my heart, to know that there's other mums out there, other brothers out there that are not from the blood family, but they are like part of your, you know, your love tribe family. That is just incredible, because I know that that's the ancient way of living. I'm not meant to like live in a little tiny shut-off unit with my children and then, you know, connect to some of the family members every now and then. Like, you know, I'm allowed to experience what it feels like to be with a tribe that cares for every child that comes their way and that crosses their path, and equally for me to open myself up to other children's lives. And, you know, it just takes away that pressure of having to be the one for everything, you know. And just being in that space at the Spirit Horse just reminded me how beautiful it is to be in a tribal situation with like a, you know, feel that there is multiple moms, multiple dads, multiple uncles, and, you know, everyone has, you know, love at the center of their heart, and they're sharing it with whoever, you know, they cross path with. And that to me is just it's just like such a deep feeling of just surrendering to love the way I feel we are so wired to live our lives, and to the way we're wired to bond with someone else. You know, we're all one family, we're all one tribe, and it was just so beautiful to actually see that happening in real life, with the people around at the Spirit Horse. So I am just forever thankful for that. Yeah, so you know, I can close my eyes and I'm right back, you know, where all the magic happens. And I guess my greatest desire is for you to be able to experience the same, and to be able to walk that path down into the valley, and you know, to feel what it's like to gather with women in a sacred space, for men together in a sacred space, and then for those two to unite together, celebrating each other's like fears, hopes, dreams, worries, pains, like tears of joy, tears of sadness. Like everything is welcome, everything is present, and there's no faking about it. Like it's just allowed to be there. And again, to me, that's such a gift of, like, you know, living authentically and living in like a, you know, where people like want to see your everything, and they're willing to open up to that, and they're willing to hold space for that. And it's just not that easy to find that in, like, let's say the the other world that happens to be out there a lot of the time. And again, for me, having had that chance to experience it is just like, it lives in my heart in such a deep, happy place and thankful place. And again, like, I welcome you into that. I welcome you to kind of join the space, and join the people, and join the, you know, the heart opening space. So yeah, from my heart to yours, you know, check it out. Like, see what is, like, where the truth is in that for you, and see where it takes you. You know, there's nothing to lose, there's nothing to, you know, I guess worry about. Like, it's just such a incredible space. And yeah, here's my my part of it and my version of it. And if that inspires you to check it out more and to kind of feel into it more, then, you know, I send you so much love and lots of smiles, and I hope to see you there. Or, you know, if you have any questions, come and ask. Yeah, so much love. Thank you.